Kylie here with Kylie's K9 Boot Camp, and today we're just doing a vlog video because who doesn't love vlogs of service dogs? It is messy because I was the only one there, so I had to record everything, and there was times, because she's going through the teenage phase and fear period, that I had to focus more on her and doing the training, so I just had to turn the camera off and put it away. And because I do have medical issues, there's times that I can't film because I need to get my own self under control and all my issues under control. So it is kind of messy, and there's parts where I talk really quiet. So if you're someone who is hard of hearing or you just have trouble hearing things, especially when there's a lot of background noise, you may want to turn on closed captions. They'll be on for this video. The times that you see Metzkin whining, she's not in public access for the most part now because of the fear period and teenage phase. She's been so whiny, which is something that was an issue when she was younger, and we had worked on it and she hadn't been doing it anymore. And then these phases hit and all that training went out the window. She's not as bad as she was when she was a baby puppy. Hey, Metzkin. So enjoy us being out and about. Good job. So she's not super focused. She's just having a little bit of an off day. Good job, yes. Yes, good job. But I actually don't like her to stare at me. No, good job. She's kind of going through a fear period, and then on top of it, the teenage phase, so we're working through it. She's doing pretty good, but I actually don't have her continuously focused. You kind of see her looking over to the side. That's her checking on me. I prefer that. Good job, yes, good girl. She's not like getting, well, there she was getting distracted. But it's not like she's just looking off. She's, yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes. Yes. Now she wants to stare. Okay, she's done. Good job. Yeah. Slow down. Good job. So she does side checks instead. When her nose is closer, instead of her looking straight up at me, and I really don't like it. Her eyes kind of freak me out sometimes. So this is how she should be behaving. Yes, good girl. I don't ask for constant focus because, I mean, it looks uncomfortable for her anyways, and she seems to be uncomfortable. So, we're here. And we're in a pet-friendly store because she has been so off lately. And then a lot of people are saying, so yeah, it's pet-friendly here. As you can tell by all of the lovely pet store. It's just a Farm and Fleet store. A lot of them are pet friendly, but she's not doing too bad. It's mostly just like, it's randomly she's like, I kind of want to be distracted, but she's not doing too bad for going through a fear period in teenage phase, but we're working on it. Good job. Come on. Yeah. Leave it. Good job. Focus. Stay. Job. Okay, Metzkin, come on. Good job. Yes, good girl. That is good. You did not have to whine the whole way here though. That was dramatic. Yeah. Yes, good girl. Yes, good heel. She's not leashed right now. Yeah. Yes, good girl. Good job. I'm just rewarding that, even though that's basic behavior. Because she's struggling a little bit more, it's just to encourage that she keeps listening. Pretty good. We found some chickens. They were never here the last times we were here. Good job, Miss King. Metzkin is very tired. She did a lot today. Good job, Miss. High five. Oh, you missed. Work day, part 2 of this week. We're about to head home. It was a decent day though. Not too bad. I don't know if we're gonna do something later today. Probably not. But this week is so fun. Wow, pretty day. She's over there waiting by the door. She always does that. And she's only allowed to do that on days that nobody else is in, which is pretty much every morning that I come in. We're here again. Yay. chewing issues today. You heard me say ow because my hip locked for a second there. Let's go. I do have treats in my hand. I always bring treats when I'm taking her off leash, just as a backup. Because she's too sensitive for an e-collar, so I don't have that backup. You know, e-collar doesn't work if the dog shuts down. I mean, she's a sensitive girl. You're so sensitive. Yes, you're sensitive. She's a very sensitive dog, which I don't like typically in my dogs, but it works out in a way because she's so sensitive to even verbal correction that it works almost every time, except for her real teenage days. Come on, she looks good in the sliding. So pretty. Okay. Go. Go potty. Good girl. Okay. Go potty, go. Is that it? You have to go? Go girl. Go. Break. Break, break. Break a break. Break a break. Careful, don't jump on me, hon. Go potty. I don't think she needs to go. She always looks so good in this kind of lighting. I love how dark she looks in this. She actually is pretty dark, but when there's hard lighting on her, it brings out more of the brown color. But I love how she looks in this kind of lighting, where it kind of shows more of what she actually looks like. So that's kind of what Mazikeen actually, she looks so beef here. She's actually really scrawny. She moved to this side and it's like, what? Yeah, she's a interesting look, but it's so cute. He's so cute. And her ears have many forms. For the most part, they sit like that mainly, or back. Her relaxed face, her ears are usually back. She's just listening to the birds, but she can set her ears like a lab. I should just do a documenting Mazikeen's ears series. Wait, yeah. Just gave her like 6 treats on accident. Good girl. And this is why I carry treats, is because, I mean, she'll feel like this either way. But, good girl, good deal. But, you gotta keep moving. That looks so pretty. What a great day. Good girl. Good girl. All right, let's go. Actually, I had someone ask me just the other day if she's blind because her eyes are blue. That girl, yeah. Yeah, so days like this, I really don't like taking her on leash because my joints hurt. And today they really don't like me. Alright, break. So I pretty much have this office to myself unless one of the guys is here. Sometimes he sits back here, but he's not back here very often or very long usually, unless he has nothing else to do. But yeah, that's Mazikeen. Thank you. She's a bit better today. I don't know if it's quiet, maybe not. She wasn't better until we caught the chickens. Quiet, leave it. Sit. Good job. Shh. Leave it. Nope, leave it. Leave it.
Right, Patty.
No, she's working. Okay. Thank you, though. Leave it. Sit. Thank you. Russell here. Quiet.
Good. There's some treats on me today just because she has been like this lately. It's really the chicken. She was fine walking. Let's see if I can get her to walk away. Good job. Good job. Good. Leave it. Leave it. Oh, actually, good boy. Leave it. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Wait. She's a little sloppy. Okay, come on. Go. Stop. Quiet. Yes, good girl. If you hear me pulling on the leash, it's only making so much noise because there's so many things on her collar. She has like 3 tags on this one, especially a poop bag that's knocking into the middle part of the leash. So that's really what that popping is. Something yanking the crap out of her neck. Martingales are meant for a little pop. Just like the prong collar. You just pop the collar. That's how you correct with them. Good job. Yes, she's doing a little bit better over here. Good job, yes. Good girl. Good. Yeah, it's the chickens. She really wants to see the chickens. We're gonna work on it, but she's just getting too unsettled, so we're taking a distance, refocusing. I'll leave it. Yep. Stop. Slow down. Right now I'm just adding a little bit of pressure and start actually correcting it because she's just going a little too fast. She's not anything too bad. Good job. Wait. Good job. Good job. Go. Oh, good job. Good. There's our y'all see, this is the problem with her skin because I really can fit 2 fingers. I can barely fit 1 finger on the bottom, but her skin is so weird that like no matter how you put it, it's going to slide down unless you choke her with it by tightening it. Yep. Thank you. So now we're gonna leave it to the chickens. I'll try to do a little bit right here. Focus. No. She knows we're by the chickens. Focus. Hey, focus, yes, good girl. Quietly. So she's gonna move the chicken, she's gonna wanna pull there or something. Just sit. Quiet. Quiet, correct. Don't lay down, don't lay down. Masking up, come on. Come on. Quiet. Good. Nope. Nope. No. Leave it. Leave it. Go ahead. Okay. Nope. Quiet. Good. Good, quiet. Heel. So I'm just going to keep on the inside now. Quiet. Every time she's setting on it, I'm just giving a little correction. Good. Yes. Go girl. Yes, go girl. Come on. Come on. And her reward right now is just going to be a little run in there because she loves it. Does she love it? Yes. Oh, sorry. Alright, heel. Leave it. Leave it. Good. Yes, good. Leave it. Good. Heel. It's actually really good. So I'm keeping her a little bit, like, as far as I possibly can in denial. Leave it. Focus. Yes, good girl. Leave it. Good girl. Girl. Yep. The only time she pants is when she's hot, and I'm feeling her right now. She just feels a little warm, so. Good. Yes, good girl. Here. Good, yes, good girl. Good girl, good girl. Okay, yes, good girl. Here, you want a cookie? You want a little treat for that? That was good. Good girl. That was actually really good. She wasn't whining too bad there. She was she was very focused. Because she's trying to figure out what exactly I want from her around the chickens. Alright, yeah. Let's go. Good girl. She's hot already. She's so out of shape, but because she's still a puppy, and because she has both APPT and AMSCAF in her, they both have a very high rate of hip dysplasia and cruciate tears. So I stress not over exercising her. We do very light workouts. So I'm not worried on building that stamina up yet. I just don't think she's the type of dog to have stamina. She just never really has had it. She's so out of shape. But we'll build it up once she's a bit older. She'll be a year old on Sunday, so. Quiet. You can yawn quietly now. We've passed this mannequin note. Quiet. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. And this is an example of fear period. She's barking at a mannequin we've passed a million times in the store and she's never had an issue with. Come on. Ah. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Stop. She can lay down, that's fine. I just wanted her to not bark at the mannequin. I mean, I kid you not, we passed a million times. I've walked her up to it a million times just to see how she would react. She never cared. So that's just an example of what the fear period is going to look like. For those of you that still have puppies in training, it's stuff like this. Like, she's whining constantly for no reason, which that's mostly the teenage phase, really. The husky really shows in her. She vocally announces that she wants to do what she wants. Good girl. Yeah. But the fear period, you'll see things like that where, you know, it's something they've passed a million times, something they've always been fine with, and then all of a sudden they're scared of it and they're barking at it. And she rarely barks, so you always know that if she is barking, it's something dumb usually because she doesn't know why she's barking. Leave it. Yes, good girl. Good. Good. Yes, good girl. Did you finish chewing? Yep. All right, here. Good. You know, it's just this time in her life where she's going through a fear period, she has a teenage phase. That's probably one of the toughest times, really. Good job. That's maybe one of the toughest times because it's not even that it's the toughest fear period or the toughest. I mean, it's usually the only teenage phase if you're lucky. But yeah, usually you only get one teenage phase. But you know, this is the toughest one because you work so hard with them, and then you have moments like these and days like these more often that they're just off. They're not, you know, they're not really paying attention as much, or they're afraid of stupid things that they've never been afraid of before. They're doing things like the whining was a huge issue when she was younger, and we had worked on it and she wasn't doing it anymore. I should take it back up. Yeah. And a lot of people are like, oh, you pretty much have to retrain them through the teenage phase, and that's 100% true. You pretty much do have to go back to the basics. Hers is not that bad. Yep. It's so weird to film in public. Hers is not that bad. It 100% is. The fear period is the worst part of it, and you can just tell. Because that's where she's having more issues, but she's more afraid of things that she hasn't been afraid of in the past. So, It's just this fear period that's really killing us. Her teenage phase hit before, and she's still kind of going through it. She's still kind of, you know, kind of being a teenager. We've been dealing with it for about a month now, and it wasn't that bad. It's the fear period hit, and now it's bad. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Now she's focused more. This store she always has more trouble with, probably because there's a lot of dog smells. So during this phase, good girl. Good girl. During this phase, it's a lot harder to concentrate when she's kind of afraid. Good girl. Good girl, yes. Alright. I'm out of breath. I'll see you guys when we do something else, because I don't know. I don't know what else we're going to do today. If we're going to do anything else. Yep. Good job. Alright. She's a good girl. She's not doing too bad, though. It's really just, you know, those moments are so frustrating because you work so hard. But as a trainer, I'm actually pretty used to that, so it's not as big of a deal for me. I'm harder on my own dogs, I will say. And it's just because you work with the dogs that have all these issues, you work with the dogs that need that training so bad. So you expect so much of your own dogs as a trainer. At least that's my experience. Like, as a trainer, it's just like, I've met the poorly behaved dogs, so I expect a lot more of my dogs. So I do get a little more frustrated with them, but I try to keep it away from them. First, the second I turned my camera off, one, she was acting way better, and two, employees decided to walk up to me and ask me a million questions. Leave it. Leave it. Good. Good girl. But yeah, the second I turned the camera off, she behaved, she wasn't even whining at all, even when I stopped her. She was just chilling, and she was focused real well. And then employees decided to come up and pretty much circle us. Is she gonna lay down? Employees decided to come up and pretty much circle us. And ask me like a million questions about her, so fun times. Okay. Sit. We're at Walmart, and it's really weird because there's a lot of people here. And someone just took a picture of us. This is a cool girl. This is a cool girl. Good job. That's a good girl. So she's performing a block after alerting a few times through heart rate and blood pressure. So I'm sitting down, and she's blocking because if someone approaches, it makes it 10 times worse. There's not much she can do. If it gets really low, she provides pressure therapy, but since it's not, my blood pressure is not super low, she does not do that. Oh. Nope, she wants to alert again. Okay. Thank you. She told me I need to lay down, but I don't need to lay down. I don't think. Maybe I do. Girl. She just watches people. Oh, girl. Good job, Black. Good job. She's still a little far. Whatever. I can't fix that now. Good job. So she just watches as people go by. Just gives a little bit more security to me. It keeps people back because it's the one thing I do like about her being a pit bull is some people are actually scared of pit bulls, so when they see one just standing there and staring at them, they back away. So it works. It works when sitting here for a little bit. Good girl. She's checking. Good job. Good check. Good check. She's checking me now. She's putting her head down. So now she's saying my blood sugar's also dropping. And I'm gonna go ahead and take that now. So I'll be back. If you guys can even hear me, I'm sorry. She's relaxing a little bit more now, which is good. So yeah, she was right. My blood sugar was dropping, my blood pressure was dropping, and my heart rate was elevated. So yeah, she was right. She knows what she's doing. So it's been a little bit, and I swear, every time I turn my camera off, that's when people give me problems. I've had like 8 people walk by in the like 10 minutes I've had the camera off. Just talk to her or stop to talk to me, and I'm like, bitch, she's working. So like in the time that I've had this camera off, I've had people stop to talk to her or to talk to me, asking to pet her, and it's like she's working. Please don't. Like, I'm still not feeling that good. According to her, my blood pressure is still low. My heart is still a little high, so and my sugars are still low, but I don't have anything to eat. I don't have anything to do, but usually just relaxing will help at least stabilize the blood pressure, which is what I'm doing now. I was just trying to get it to stabilize. Sorry if I'm shaking and like moving this thing everywhere. Also had so many moms be like, look at the doggy. Don't look at the doggy. The doggy is not here. I need the Harry Potter invisible cloak, please. Thank you. So I don't know if you guys noticed this, but she definitely, when she's blocking, she looks more red. When she blocks, she focuses more on men because that's a bigger trigger for me. But you'll see her kind of look at women, but you can kind of see her follow the guys through. Like right there, that's a guy. She looks at him and watch him walk away with girls. She'll usually watch him approach and then not watch him walk away. That's just kind of something she probably picked up on her own because I didn't teach her that. And she's still kind of doing blocking here. She's keeping her body to where people can't approach me. But also keeping her eyes on everyone that walks by. If someone approaches, she'll stand up. This is what I call her lazy block. What she is technically more relaxed, doesn't need to absolutely be blocking, but she still is in case. And I did tell her to block, but she has multiple different blocks. I do allow her to lay down and block from there. I allow her to block when sitting, standing, or laying down. It just depends on the situation, and she's pretty tired today, so I'm just allowing her to also take a break while just watching people, make sure that they can't approach me. But she'll stand up if someone actually does try to approach me, which usually scares people off because they think she's going to go in for the, like she's a protection dog or something, going in for the bite. She's not trained in protection at all. She's just standing up to tell you to back off without being aggressive.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, I love this eyes.
Thank you.
In this video, I'll just put quotes on the screen of what they say so you guys understand it, because I don't know how well you can hear. I don't even know if you can hear me. My bad if you can't hear me.
Dog is very pretty.
Thank you.
Handsome,
She's a girl.
Okay.
How did you get your dog registered for a service dog?
In the U.S., there is no registration for service dogs. The 2 years of training, she's still in training, so she's about a year old, hitting about 8 months of training.
Good girl.
She's just blocking more, so that means something's going on. Alright, I think we're okay to move, so. Okay, I think we're okay to move, so I'm gonna try to move. Alright, so we're back in the car.
seriously,
Taking my
from
seat
church
up.
basements, town taverns to Culver's.
Feeling a little bit better. I'm probably gonna sit here for a second, let my car warm up anyways.
And cook crispy golden
I got Mountain Dew.
No shortcuts, just hot and flaky and battered.
That's what's really bothering me right now. That's really what's
It's a tradition.
I mean, all of it's
Culver's
dangerous,
North
but,
Atlantic filet dinner or sandwich. Welcome to
can't open
delicious.
the Mountain Dew, so that's not
There's
gonna help
no
today.
stronger craving than a Culver's
But,
concrete mixer craving. That's because every Culver's concrete mixer starts with our famously
can't open
fresh
the soda.
frozen
Okay, there you
custard,
go.
made batch after batch right in the restaurant for a most decadent dessert. You choose vanilla or chocolate, then add your favorite mix.
But she's doing really good today, which is why I decided to go ahead and let her go to Walmart. My car doesn't sound too good either.
Sports,
We're both having
really
issues.
most any outdoor activity is better when you can see clearly. Now is a great time to take one simple step toward great vision. Schedule your
I'm sorry if you guys just turned my radio down because I remembered it was on. I'm sorry if you guys couldn't hear me throughout that video. I was trying to talk quietly because it's just kind of awkward to film in public, especially when I don't have anyone with me. Like, if someone was with me, I could just make it seem like I'm talking to them, so it would make more sense. But being by myself, that doesn't really make much sense. So it ends up being more of like just weird. I mean, because you see someone just walking around talking to themselves, that doesn't seem normal. So we're gonna head out of here pretty soon. I don't know if you guys could hear me. And then at the end there, like right after I cut it off the second time, someone stopped and they were saying how beautiful she is, and usually I don't have a problem with that, especially if you just keep walking. Like, that's usually better. If you just keep walking, you just kind of comment like, oh, she's beautiful, like that's a lot better. But like when I'm in a medical episode, I don't want to talk to people. I'm trying to like calm down and be like relaxed so that everything kind of settles. So when people are like coming up and approaching me and talking to me, that doesn't really help. So my phone's about to die and I need to get home. So that's all we're doing today. See ya.
Alright guys, and that's the end of this video. Yes, I filmed these two, the intro and the outro, at the same time because I forgot to do them throughout the week. So we're here. This is the outro. See you guys next week. Mazikeen will be a year old. Probably gonna do another vlog just because we're supposed to do a lot of stuff next week. And depending on how Mazikeen's doing, she might end up coming to some of them. So we'll see. Where is she? See you guys next week.